Hello, thank you so much for listening in. I am Samantha Yancey.
And I'm Alan Yancey.
And this is Ask a Massage Couple. Today we're going to be talking about reflexology.
One of your passions.
It is one of my passions. So sit back, listen in, and let's get our session on.
Let's get it on. Yeah, you know what? You like a set schedule.
I much rather know what the week ahead is going to be like.
Just like me.
No, you're nothing like that. You're like, yeah, I'll totally take a random schedule change in the middle of the schedule. Like,
I don't know my schedule till my schedule gets here, so.
I know. I don't know how in the world you work like that. Hey, by the way, everybody, I just wanted to give a little shout out and let you guys know if you did not listen to number 25 or this last spring break giveaway
what was
thing
going on?
That we threw out, we are on multiple platforms.
Wow.
Yeah, we're on Google Play, we're on iHeartRadio. SoundCloud's being a little funky, so if you haven't found us on SoundCloud, there's a reason for that. For some reason, it's funky. I don't know why. I haven't dived into really figure that out.
Yeah, that's not the one on your to-do list.
Oh, no, that's so far down on my to-do list. It's ridiculous.
Right.
But we're also on Spotify, and of course, you can always find us on the YouTube.
And iTunes.
And Stitcher.
You said there was a giveaway.
Oh, yeah, for the people that sign up for our Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, so if you want to, join a very unique grouping of people to gain extra access to different things.
Everybody needs an extra access out.
Well, it's for our real fans.
Yeah, we need more.
Yeah, we do need more fans. That'll be great.
We do have access, though.
But we've got all access passes for you.
No, we just have access.
We have access passes. But anyway, you can check us out on Ask a Massage Couple at patreon.com and be one of our patrons. We've got ranges from like $5, $10, $20, and the $20 mark, which is awesome, gets an aromatherapy blend for me.
Wow, that is awesome. At $100, I'll come and personally clip your toenails.
Oh, snap. Maybe I should put that as an option. You know what? Why don't you guys tell us? What would you like to be an option? I'll send Alan over to, clean your car.
Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, within reason,
Yeah, it's not going to be very clean.
No.
He'll take off his shirt and, wipe something off.
Yeah, we'll get something done.
Yeah, something will be done.
Yeah, I'll come over to your house and hang out until you ask me to leave.
Excuse me, Alan, I know that you just cleaned our car a little bit, but do you also do windows?
Well, I have to look at your Patreon and see if you reached that level yet, ma'am. Is it at $3? Yes, ma'am, it does.
Oh, you're at $3. Yeah, I will totally wash your windows. Thank you so much for being a patron.
For $5, I'll clean out your refrigerator.
Yeah. Oh, and the $5 gets a shout out.
Shout out.
Shout.
You know what? You could reach up to 10 to 20 people at a time with that shout out too, Sam. Think of that.
I know.
I tell you what, if you have a business that needs to be shouted out, I'll shout it.
Oh, yeah. We'll shout it loud and proud.
Right.
Absolutely.
And we'll guarantee you that you'll get on multiple platforms and seen by a few people.
It'll be like the little Dicky video where he was going around saying, hey, can we use your place?
Do you mind if I use your place so I can look like I know what I'm doing?
Do you mind if we use your stuff and we'll put all of your information at the end of the video?
Yeah, we'll put some info.
We'll throw out your info.
Thanks, Greg. I'm a rapper. I'm shooting a music video where the premise is how can I make the most epic rap video ever without spending any money?
Because the song's called Save That Money, and it's all about saving money as opposed to spending it. It'd be like if I could grab one of these McLarens for 15 minutes.
But hey, Alan, look at this. Boop, wave. Hiya. We are on camera.
Yeah. I
Crazy.
know I'm on camera because you made me put my shirt on.
I did. Yeah.
You told me this was going to be a PG-13 podcast.
Damn it, Alan. This is going to be a PG-13 podcast.
Put on your...
I need you to put up some clothes on. Put some clothes on.
Would you? For Christ's sakes, put some pride. Show some pants on. Show some pride.
Alan, kind of shoes you got on, boy?
What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Gotta look presentable. Why? I don't know. So, today's topic is reflexology. Yay. Now, I have to know something, Alan. What do you know about reflexology?
Oh, Sam, I'm glad you asked. I am one of the most learned person that I personally know about reflexology. I've been doing it for years. I do it a little bit different, though.
Who is the most learned person that you know?
You are. Not me.
Aw.
I know some things.
You do know some things. I was actually very impressed when you were calling out the different places on the foot.
Yeah, I do that. I know a little bit, but not much.
I think you know about as much about reflexology as I know about the pressure points and meridians. Because, like, I've got the face down, but don't ask me anything else, pretty much.
All right. You have studied it. You have taught it. You have gone to teachers who are good at it. And you know what? And this is something that a lot of places you don't even need a license for.
Oh, no. Well, and actually, weirdly enough, even here in Georgia, like the certification hours that you need is like 200 hours. But even then, in the state of Georgia, you don't even technically have to be certified to do it. Yeah. It's very strange. Yeah. But of course, that's going to change in every state that you go through. Georgia's just kind of weird. Georgia, for the massage licensure, just recently took away all energetic works.
That's crazy.
So we can't even use reflexology for our CEUs anymore.
That's ridiculous.
It is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I kind of understand what they're doing there, but I don't really get it because they want to make sure that they keep all continuing education unit classes in the parameters of the definition of massage. But that takes away so many modalities that complement massage. So it
sounds like they want to stay in the box, Sam.
That's it exactly. There's a lot of people wanting to stay in the box so that they don't do something that is harmful. I don't know. The FDA also regulates a lot of random stuff with energetic. Licensing boards are also kind of watching what they do with that as well. And reflexology is one of those. The FDA has very strict parameters on what you can say reflexology does. Same thing with aromatherapy. Same thing with the sound therapies. Do you remember that when we went to that class? Very strange.
Well, why would the FDA get into sound therapy? Because they're afraid if I gong too loud, you may become deaf.
Well, it's the Food and Drug Administration. If you claim that something has medicinal-like qualities, then it falls under, a FDA.
Drug.
So all you can really say is that it increases relaxation and decreases stress and tension.
You know, I didn't know that. You're telling me things that I just found out right this second.
How did you miss that in the class? Because she had this whole spiel about going into the fact that the FDA is monitoring what we say about modalities.
Which class?
The sound class that we were in.
Oh, no, I was too busy looking at the Asian lady that was
oh my God. She was, okay, so there was this what was she, Korean?
Yeah, something.
I don't even know. It's, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Her eyes were closed and her mouth was gaping open pretty much throughout the entire class as she was sitting in the back on the floor.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was so funny because she kind of had that, what was the
ring?
Not the ring. There was another one when the person was making the sound.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the movie.
You can never forget. Once it sees you, you can never escape. The Grudge, rated PG-13, now playing in theaters everywhere.
Anyway, whatever movie that was. That's
comment
what she
down below
like.
if you remember the movie.
Yeah, comment please if you remember what in the world the movie is that we're talking about.
The Grudge.
For some reason, I want to halfway say that it had Joshua Jackson in it. That happened at the sound class.
You ready?
Yeah.
Well, reflexology is something that is beneficial for anybody and everybody, regardless of what the FDA has to say about it.
Yeah, pretty much. It really just limits what you can advertise that it does.
Yeah, but you can you can't put it on your card, but you can say, hey man, this is going to be a lot more than what you think.
Yeah. I guess let's just go ahead and jump right into what reflexology is. I think that will make sense of the whole FDA thing.
Do I have to take my shoes off?
No, please.
Okay, thank you.
Please leave your shoes and socks on for the duration of this episode.
All right.
Thank you and have a good day. So reflexology, I guess to sum it up very simply, it is the concept that there are reflex zones on the bottoms of the feet, the hands, and the ears that correspond to a body part, a gland, an organ, basically anything in the body. And if you either stimulate or decrease adhesions, decrease tension in that area of the foot, hands, or ears, then that also increases the possibility for energetic flow in the body part, the organ, the tissue that it's corresponding to.
I get it. Where the chi goes, where the blood flows.
Right. So mostly people take foot reflexology. That tends to be the winner chicken dinner around here. And when you're working on the feet, you literally are kind of breaking up these like little adhesive bits in the tissue, like basically just small adhesions. And when you do that, you're also intending for the energy of the reflex point that correlates to that body part to also kind of release any tension and that kind of thing.
So if I just went and rubbed a foot without intention, it's going to be different.
It's basically just a foot rub.
Right. But if I go in there with the intention
of decreasing any inflammation in the liver.
I think it's pretty much kind of like acupuncture, that it does some things regardless of what intention you have.
Absolutely.
But if you have the intention and know exactly where to do it, it is
much more powerful.
Yeah, it's going to be be different.
So, of course, getting back to what we were saying with the FDA, they have very strict guidelines on what you can say reflexology does, because you can't say that it energetically heals a body part, only that it decreases stress, increases relaxation, and decreases tension. Which, you know, if you're sitting there getting a foot rub, no matter if it's a reflexology or not, your body is automatically going to go into parasympathetic mode, and then, of course, your, normal hormones that kick in that kind of help your body relax and de-stress and all that stuff.
And who doesn't like a foot rub, Sam? Who doesn't?
I mean, who doesn't like a good foot rub?
Who doesn't like it?
I'm telling you. Well, there are a lot of people out there that don't.
You know what there is? There's a lot of ticklish people out there, too.
Yeah, the thing is with the ticklish is that reflexology isn't so much, there's not a possibility for tickling if you're doing it correctly, because there's a little bit more pressure. It's a little bit more firm than I think what people think when they think, foot massage.
Also, people out there,
not a whole lot of gliding.
Your foot does not look bad. I mean, I'll get so many.
I'm sorry about my feet.
My feet look bad.
No, I have seen some really gnarly feet.
Well, I have too. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to be the worst I've seen.
But even the really gnarly feet, it's okay. That's what hand wash is for.
Yeah, that's why we got handy wipes.
Yeah, that's why we have hot towels. It's okay.
That's right, man.
First hot towel is for me. Second hot towel is for you.
Don't be over conscious of your feet.
Yeah.
Well, we do like for you to wash it.
Yeah, that would be great. Wash your feet. But, if you don't get to, that's not a big deal. We're professionals.
Right.
I know how to use aromatherapy to cover up your
Yeah, we can take care of you. Don't worry about it.
So another thing that tends to come up about reflexology is the origins. And I think the origins are kind of, I don't necessarily want to say elusive, but pretty much any one of the complementary modalities that are out there, you have a tendency to see it in history and then it completely goes away and then it comes back and then it goes away and comes back and goes away. And reflexology is very much like that. It's kind of like herbology and Reiki. You know what I mean?
But it does have foundations somewhere like a Ayurvedic type of...
Actually, China.
Really?
Yeah, China and Egypt. And let me make sure that I've got my dates correct here.
Are you just trying to say the people who are making the pyramids were getting their feet?
Yep, 4,000 BC.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Back then they didn't have the all the medicines, and so they had to learn how to.
Oh yeah, the Egyptians were
body,
actually pretty darn awesome because they were the first ones to start rudimentary aromatherapy, distillation.
Yeah, they definitely used what they had. That's for sure.
But let's see. Yeah, I think Egypt is the one that's probably most noted for kind of starting reflexology, mainly just because they found it, the depictions of people working on the feet on the tombs of, hold on, I'm probably going to completely murder this name.
Okay, let's go.
Ankh-Mahor?
Munkahar?
Ankh-Mahor? Mahor?
Okay.
Mahor. Ankh-Mahor.
Well.
Whatever. Anyway, on his tomb.
Right.
they found reflexology pictures. And it was specifically for footwork for internal healing, not just massage.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then it kind of like went away for a while, and then it got picked back up in the 1500s.
I bet you it never completely went away.
No.
It just didn't come popular.
Well, it's not that it wasn't
well-known.
popular, it just probably wasn't well known, and it definitely wasn't written down.
Passed on,
it's like
passed on.
everything else. Like with like herbal and traditional healings
Right.
and that kind of thing, it usually gets passed down from generation to generation orally.
Yeah, and then if there's something wrong that happens to the generation gap, like war or pestilence,
Exactly.
or,
Then it kind of drops off for a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, zone therapy got picked back up in the 1500s AD, and there was a Dr. Ball, a Dr. Adamus, and a Dr. Atatus.
Is this in the 1500s you're talking
Yeah, in
about?
the 1500s, they all wrote books about zone therapy.
All right.
Now, William H. Fitzgerald, he was a doctor in the early 1900s, 1915, somewhere around there. He actually brought it back into more the modern medical world, I guess,
Yeah.
for the time. But it really wasn't until Eunice Ingham in the 1930s. She was a physiotherapist that worked with a doctor named Dr. Joe Shelby Riley. Eunice Ingham. And she was the one who actually mapped out everything in the foot. See, with zone therapy or zonotherapy, depending on who you talk to, it was very much like, so like in your pinky of your hand, like everything under the pinky is a zone, everything under your ring finger is a zone, middle finger is a zone, and it was kind of like that.
Gotcha.
What she did was say, okay, in this zone of my thumb, this is the most medial part of the body. So this would be the brain, this would be the head, this would be the neck, that kind of thing. And she actually took the time to like really map everything out, which is why we tend to call Eunice Ingham the founder of modern reflexology.
Okay, so if I ever get a quiz, that's the modern founder. Okay.
Basically, yeah. She came up with something called the original Ingham method, and she started a school actually in St. Petersburg, Florida, called the
What
International
year was
Institute
this?
of Reflexology. This is in the 1930s.
Okay, because we skipped from the 1500s, now we're into 1930s.
Yeah, it went from the 1500s to William Fitzgerald in 1915 with zone therapy, and then Eunice Ingham in the 1930s.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, Eunice Ingham died, I want to say in the 70s. I didn't write it down, but her nephew, Dwight Bowers, is now the president of her
Organization?
Yeah. And they still do it down there in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Wow.
And you can still take the class.
So I can go down to the original
Ingham method
Ingham method.
and take that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, which like the first two phases is like $550. So, I mean, it's not like it's crazy expensive. Now, let me say this. Eunice Ingham, like not only was she smart, but she was insanely business savvy because what she did was copyrighted all of her material. So what that means is that if you see a map of the foot that is not the original Ingham method, something on that foot has to be off so that it does not infringe copyright laws.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if you decide to do a reflexology foot that you want to publish, it cannot be exactly like hers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because she's got that shit.
Yeah, she's got that on lock. Well, which is smart,
Yeah.
but it also means that anything else, there's going to be something wrong with it.
Or different.
Or different. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not wrong.
Maybe not wrong, but different.
Right.
So, like the ones that we use at the school,
Yeah.
they don't have every single thing on there, but like if you know what's missing, then I tend to tell my students, okay, like the esophagus is missing right here,
Okay.
but you can very easily work the esophagus when you're doing this.
Right.
Kind of like sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
You got to sneaky Pete your way in there.
That's right. You don't want to be you don't want to be arrested by the patent police. You don't.
You seriously don't. Can you imagine me being like, carted out in handcuffs from the school? Oh, well,
There goes Sam.
Yep, there goes Sam. Byers got word that she was teaching esophagus.
Yep.
Damn it.
She's throwing in some stuff she should.
Yep, that's it. But yeah, that's basically kind of like the history of reflexology
Gotcha.
and then what it does. I like it because we are at a situation now where a lot of people need a regular maintenance healing modality. And this really does create a really good homeostasis in the entire body.
Yeah.
And it's not horribly invasive.
Oh, no. It's...
Yeah. I mean, it's a foot massage.
Right.
Who doesn't want a foot massage? And homeostasis on the rest of their body as well.
Yeah, it's a
You know?
twofer.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorite modalities to teach. It's one of my favorite modalities to do. I've got 2 clients that I cannot work on them without doing a little bit of reflexology.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. That is reflexology in a nutshell. And I absolutely encourage you guys, massage therapists out there, to take a class, read a little bit more about it. I mean, if you're here in Georgia, Roz Zollinger has a really good class out of the Hill Center in Sandy Springs. She was actually the one who taught my massage therapy class. That's definitely where I fell in love. So, I mean, there is a local person, but outside of Georgia, I really don't know who necessarily to go through. But, you know, find somebody that seems to be a reputable practice and, you know, see what you think. And for clients out there, if you're suffering with something, and I mean anything, why don't you try some reflexology? I mean, especially if it's a situation like you don't want to hurt more than what you need to.
You know what, Sam? I don't see any negative repercussion of somebody getting reflexology. I mean, you don't have any side effects from that.
No, none at all.
No, you just have a relaxation, and you get benefits.
Did I tell you about one of my students? She went through a reflexology course before she even finished massage. And while she was finishing up her massage, she was doing reflexology out of a chiropractor's office. And the chiropractor was so impressed that he made her the full-time reflexologist.
Yeah.
She's been doing really good work out of that place. Like, people are just raving about her.
You know what? That is definitely a niche in our business. And if somebody can get really good at it, you'll have clients.
Absolutely.
So think about if something you're getting into massage, there's a lot of different avenues to go.
Really, just find what your heart gets drawn to.
Right.
And if you love it, then you're going to do a good job with it, and clients are going to come and find you.
Anything you have a passion for and you're good at, your clients are going to feel that.
You're going to have clients coming out of the woodwork for you.
Reflexology fits in that category for me.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening in. I hope that we've answered some of your reflexology questions. If not, please do me a favor and comment below and let us know.
Because we just skimmed a little bit of that. You could get into very detailed.
Oh yeah, I mean we could dive a whole lot further in, but for right now I just wanted to kind of skim the surface and see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we did not answer your question, you know, holla at us.
Holla.
And you know, if you have questions, let us know. If you have questions that are outside of reflexology, hey, askamassagecouple@gmail.com. That's where you can write us.
And on Facebook.
And on Facebook. Yeah, man, come hit us up on Facebook. We've also got a group on Facebook.
Yeah.
For regular listeners.
Sure.
And of course iTunes and, you know, pretty much any place that you listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Hit us up, man.
Right. Remember, we got that new thing too, Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon. So hit us up there as well.
Yeah. If you want me to come clean out your car.
Or clean your windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're there for you, man. All right, guys. Well, love and compassion.
Love, compassion, y'all. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my sweet time gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Honey, my heart's on fire. Okay. If you believe... Okay, now back
so
to
I think we probably need
musical interlude.
So today's topic is reflexology. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Are you okay?
Went down the wrong way.
Obviously.
I'm sorry.
Alan almost died, y'all.
Yeah, I'm coming back
up. I love how, like, you're over there choking like crazy, and I'm over here laughing my ass off.
Well, that's how it
like,
is.
Oh, that is too bad.
Oh, he looks like he's gonna live. Oh, shoot.
Wah, wah. I guess he's gonna live.
Oh.